Hey you guys, here at Art Talk. We're here today with Mr. Lil Faded.
Sure.
So I want to ask you a few questions. So how old were you when you started?
I think I was like 18.
18?
Yeah, I think it was like right after I graduated from Manning. So I
And-
was like in 07.
Okay.
I think I
So
was 18.
oh, you graduated 07. Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you like want to rap though? Like,
This is the music. Like, it's the sound.
well, everybody listens to music, but you know, doesn't mean I'm gonna go and rap. So it's like, what made you like? Was there somebody that kind of inspired you to rap or
Actually,
pushed
yeah.
you more? You know, more or less.
Well, actually, in Banning, my ninth grade teacher, she taught us the rhyme scheme, so patterns.
Oh, okay. Right.
Poems. Yeah, she taught us poems. So ever since, I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. You could do it like different ways. So I just started writing over other people beats, and then I was like, okay, like it sounds pretty dope. But yeah, it was Banning. I was in ninth grade, my teacher, and she used to teach us with a Tupac.
Oh, Tupac. So is that like who you looked up to growing up?
No, not Tupac, but
No?
it was just like inspiration. I guess like
The poem part, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Who were you looking up at like around that time?
My rappers, or like I think at that time 50 Cent. I was one of them.
Okay. Anybody else? Like,
Lil Faded.
okay. So how'd you get your name?
And I was just a Lil Faded.
Your little Faye, like, you know what, that sounds cool. Let me do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always how it starts. Well, at least someone didn't give you the name, you know, like
Yeah.
you're all fucked up and like, oh, well, Faded, coming out Faded. So I'm big Faded then. I'm just kidding. You little Faded, I'm big Faded, but
Yeah.
you bigger than me. Just kidding. Nah, but so who do you look up to now? Like now that it's like, you know, it's been a while. I know that the rap game changes, so it's like,
Yeah. I think nowadays it's kind of hard, but low key, I listen more to the younger rappers. But
well, yeah, a lot of the older ones don't have any
Yeah, I
out
just feel
there,
like I'm
you
my
know?
own motivation at this point. You know, like I'm the one that has to do with everything. I'm the one like dealing with my own music.
I know. I see that you also, he raps, he produces his own stuff, he makes the beats. So y'all need some beats, hit him up. And I know you record too, right?
Yeah, I do the recording, the production. I know how to produce.
Okay, I know that's hard because I know from everything I've learned that you need a team to succeed.
Yeah.
So is it like harder that you don't have like?
Yeah. It's more,
Well, I'm sure you have a few people, but it's not like, you know, like you have a whole set, you know, like the people.
Nah, for sure it's hard, especially like I'm an independent artist, so like even my label, everything I run it myself.
Okay.
So like when I started back then, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know no contacts. I don't know how to record. I just like even on the computer it has the voice recording app. So that was like my first time I tried it out myself.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I could do this. And then I downloaded programs. I'm like, okay, you know. I started messing around with the programs. Even YouTube, that was a big part of
Okay. Yeah.
my learning. You know, like I learned everything through YouTube.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know. I see you have a bunch of followers. I lost all mine, but
Yeah, you
we're gonna get them back. We're gonna get them back.
You gotta get your followers back.
Yeah. So what has been like the most like hardest thing to deal with being in the industry?
Yeah, for sure the hating, but not like it's a big thing. It's just politics, I guess, music politics, or the industry is weird.
Is it? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen people that are good, but they're not known. So it's like.
Yeah, like especially from Wilmington, like I'm not saying I'm good. I got talent and all that, whatever. But as artists, there should have somebody blown up already for Wilmington. I would say, but ain't nobody like.
Besides me, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I feel like I put Wilmington on the map.
No,
shit.
for sure, yeah,
Like,
for sure. But I'm saying like rapping or
Yeah,
the
rapping
rappers,
wise.
ain't nobody like giving us the respect. Me, him, her, anybody, and nobody. So we all gotta do it
You
independent.
gotta earn it. You gotta go get it. You know.
Exactly.
You want respect? You gotta go get that shit. Don't wait around until like someone is gonna, you know, respect you. Like, nah, you gotta go demand that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then
but-
nowadays a lot of people think that you need a cosign and all that to blow up in the rapping, but I don't think it.
No, because it wasn't what Nipsey Hussle. That fool had his own label, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Right, he had his own. He had his own label, so he didn't have to pay anybody. Like I know with the whole like death row and all that stuff, like they pay the label and then they pay them, but they don't pay you that full amount, you know, because you also got to keep in mind they're providing the hotel rooms, they're providing like everything else. So that shit ain't free. They're charging you.
But
you
that's
know?
what a lot of artists don't know. Like they think, oh, like it's free at the beginning.
know.
They'll paint the picture like it's free, but nah, you paying
everything you do, everything you eat, everything they give you, you're gonna pay for it. It's
everything.
just they're giving it to you in advance.
And then it's even worse when they get more percentage in your own catalog. That's why I was.
But I feel like that's why you pay them because they're the ones that do everything for you. You know, you're just
that
there to
too,
just make the music and that's it.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
But
that's a big part. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Depends on what type of artist you are. I guess some artists just want to get signed and hope their career take off and then get controlled by other people.
Well, see, a lot of artists don't understand that you get controlled. It's like they're the ones that own you. Like they want you to be a certain way for a reason, you know? Because it's like they're paying for you to look good. So they're paying, like, you know, like I've noticed, especially now they start getting their teeth done, they start getting this done, like they start getting little stuff little by little, they start losing weight, and I'm just like, oh, you know, we like to chubby, now you're not chubby no more, you know. But that's an image that they have to sell, you know. Like if you notice with all the, like even with the Mexican singers, I notice that a lot, that they get signed and then now they got braces, now you know they're like little by little they start like you know kind of. Because they're gonna be in the public eye, so you know they want like, even Cardi B. I'm sure Cardi B did it because she was probably tired of people talking shit. She's like, all that money, your fucking girl's fucked up, you know. So it's like, dude, like, it's funny because so many people talk shit about her. Like when I first heard her music, and I was like, hey, ghetto as she is, I was like, I like her music. You know, most people are just, I don't know, like just hating.
I like
you know?
Cardi.
Yeah, right. Like I like her shit. Like I like hers better than Nicki, low key. Like there's like this whole big old controversial thing that they're like, oh. Cause you know how they're seen as role models. Yeah. They're not role models, but little kids are looking up to them, and then you know. But at least like Cardi B, at least talks about hustling, you know, making money. Definitely. The other one just talks about like showing all her shit out. And
I like Nicki Minaj though, low key, like she.
But it's not even her writing either, so it's just kind of like you like her because of how she sounds, right? Yeah, and somebody else doing it. Right. Like same thing with Iggy. I used to like her shit, but it was T.I. that.
T.I.
Music. Yeah, T.I. did all her music. Yeah, because T.I. signed her.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was writing for her.
Oh, yeah, I don't think a lot of the girls don't either write.
Damn.
Some of them do. I'm not gonna lie, but you know. But if you want to sound good, you kind of have to let the professionals write for you. You know, like, at the end of the day,
that's
it
a
was
big issue
like
too for LA wise. I think I know what it was like being like rapping other people's lyrics. I guess ghostwriting. I don't think we have this problem over here.
They do it though.
They do?
They do it, yeah. It's just people don't bring it up, you know? Because every time I hear they're like, oh yeah, you know, so-and-so wrote that one. And I was like, oh, you didn't write it? They're like, nah, this is who does the doing writings. So they get it from different people sometimes. Because I know, like I know they do it a lot too in the Spanish industry, you know? They're always like writing for each other.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, and rapping is a little bit more different, but because it's more you're expressing yourself, you know? The other one is just, oh, you're singing nice. So you're a lot of times you're singing somebody else's song, you know, like already, like you're basically doing, what is it called when you
cover?
Yeah, you do covers, you know, and then you start getting like you buy songs off of them. Like it might be the same artist, and you're like, oh, you know what, you wrote that song, let me buy it off of you. And people are like, yeah, here, I don't really like it. Here you go.
Well, I haven't got to that step. I haven't rapped other people's lyrics, but. Maybe it's fun or something, I don't know.
But I'm sure, like, say if you have a song, right, that you wanted to rap with somebody, do you ever write their part of the song, or you let them freestyle?
Nah, all the artists have feature whatever, they do their part.
What happens when you don't like their part? Do you say something, and you're like, hey, bro, that shit was whack, change that shit. I'm just kidding. I would be like, you know what, everything was dope, this part right here, I feel in this part, like, I've been trying to learn how to be nice.
Yeah, most of the time, I'm too nice, most of the time I don't tell them shit. But I know that they fucked up. Yeah, because every time I do my part, they want to redo their verse type of shit. So I'm like, I gotta say shit, you know.
You should just go first and let them, so that way you have to do it twice.
Well, sometimes it's just weird, you know, like.
You know what it is? I always feel it's like they're not battling, but basically, you know, they hear your part and they want to sound better. Yeah. Instead of being like, hey, I should sound dope. We sounded dope. It was just like, oh, I want to sound better.
Yeah.
It's always like that, you know. Girls always want to look better. You know, it's just like. I'm the one that's like, go for it. We take the spotlight. I do not want a spotlight. I'd rather be the one in the back making money, making all the money, and you guys are little puppets. But, you know, like, hey, I'd rather do that because it's like everybody always wants the fame and fortune and all that, but they forget that what comes with the fame. People bugging you, you're on the street, trying to eat with your kids or with your family, and then someone, hey, you're so, can I take a picture? You know, like, it gets annoying. Like even with the people when I'm with them, like, I just see their face, they're like, they're trying to keep a smile. Once they release, they're just like, you know, but I'm just like, hey, you chose that life, bro. Like, it's part of it, you know?
And it's part of the
so, yeah, sad to say, you know, like, I'm kind of somewhat used to it, but not really. It's still weird for me, you know, when people are like, can I get an autograph? And I'm just like, why? I ain't nobody special. I'm like, I ain't nobody special, you know, but because I came out in that Metinta show, and I came out in a few little things. Yeah, like music videos and stuff like that. Like, I get followers from that, you know, they're like, oh, you came out so.
That's pretty cool, no? Like, you open up your door, you could say? Like,
yeah, I'm like, it got me clients, you know. It just sucks because, like, a lot of the clients were from, like, King Little G.
Yeah.
They're all gone now.
Dang.
They're all gone now. Well, hopefully they follow my new one. Or hopefully they notice that they're following the wrong one, because the other account has a Z at the end.
Oh, yeah, the one. Yeah, you got hacked. You gotta follow her. Well, get her followers back.
Same one, just take off the one with the Z. Yeah, dude, they got a few people, actually. Like, if people hit me up, they're like, oh, they got me. No, but with mine. They got them with mine. I was like...
No, I told you last time, like, how do people fall for that? Like,
well, because they think it's you, and you're, like, legitimately, like, giving them information. You know, with mine, they're trying to get you with Bitcoin. They're like, yeah, buy Bitcoin, and da-da-da. And I was like, oh, man. And then they even put a Range Rover, and I was just like... Yeah, everybody's like, congratulations on your new car. And I was like, I did get a new car, but not that one, right? Not that one. I was like, shit, I wish.
That's why I feel like people like that, like, it straight out looks fake still. I'm like, damn.
No, and then I keep seeing that because I guess they got a few people because it's the same Range Rover on their pages. And I was like, oh, someone here like blocking people. Yeah, because I'll see them again and I'm like, why did I make it on that page?
They tried to get me this morning too. I didn't even click that. I just deleted that shit.
From what? Was it mine?
IG? No.
Oh, it was a different one?
Somebody's account.
Yeah, now they're doing with the tarot. Like the tarot people. So they're like the people that read your palms and all that stuff, right? So normally they have a page, right? But they don't hit people up. They let them come to them. You know, like they don't go and like, oh, you know, you're reading. So they're trying to get you with that. They're like, oh yeah, just send me money. Like, yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know you. Like, if you ain't doing it in my face, this ain't working. This ain't working. Yeah. But back to the music. Like, back to the music. Yeah, we always tend to like go off. Like, you know what? One of these days we're just gonna go on like just random topics. But
yeah,
today I'm trying to keep it about him. Get to know a little more about him. He also does the podcast, which that's how I got into it actually. Actually, there's a reason why I did it because he did it, and then I was like, hey, he can teach me. So then we ended up linking up, and here we are, you guys. So I had to make him the first one.
Yeah.
So, you know, the first one's the best one.
Hopefully.
Right. But what got you started with the podcast? Like, besides, I know COVID, because everybody has nothing to do with COVID, you know, but...
I think for me, it was just, myself, what's it called, like therapy. You know, like, this COVID stuff got me, like, you know, weird space and all that. And then... I just thought, like, let me try this. And then there was people pushing me to do it, too, because I had already plans to do it, like, for a year and all that, like before COVID, you know? So they kind of stopped me, and then I kind of, you know what, let me just...
Yeah, no choice.
Yeah, no, let me just test the waters. Like, let's see what happens, and then I started getting good feedback. And they're like, oh, what's the next episode? And they're like, oh, I like what they say, and this and that. Like, who are you going to bring? Or bring this person. So, like, okay, people are, like, I'm getting something out of it. So I'm gonna continue doing it, and then I think we're already like 14 episodes, like in 2 months.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen. I know you did some with me, and then you did some with other people, and I was just like, damn.
Okay. And those are other podcasts on the side that I kind of.
How many do you have? Like, well, that you're helping out with, I guess, or part of.
5.
Goddamn. Yeah. I'm like, how do you manage everything? I'm like, how do you manage everything? You got babies, and then the wifey at home, and. It must be hard. I'm like, it's be hard. How's she doing with that? Like, she seems very supportive, but you know, like.
Nah, she loves her part. Like, you know, she stays home and takes care of the kids and all that. And then I just get to hustle all day. Even now, we're hustling, you know.
Yeah, but she don't like why you home late? I'm like, nah, she's cool. She's good. She's a good support. That's good because a lot of people always hear they're always like, my girl's complaining. I'm coming home late. She's I'm with other girls. And I'm like, don't worry, you're just with me. I'm like, tattoo artist, you know, because they come get tatted and then they're like over here like worried.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I always have that issue with my clients that their wives are always like, oh, you know, like, what was that, you know? So
Yeah, but I think it's part of the entertainment, I guess, because not even like in tattooing, but I used to get the type of stuff with other stuff, you know, because I do everything pretty much. So I kind of get it, like, it happens. Yeah.
well, it's a good thing you gotta go what, because, man, girls is crazy. You know what? All girls are crazy. It's just you gotta find the one that matches your crazy or you can handle it crazy, because I'm sure she has her moments, right, where like, you probably like, this bitch is crazy, because we all do, you know, but...
She's crazy.
But for the most part, you know, we're all calm until you unleash the beast.
Yeah. And especially, yeah, that's a big thing. I have to be calm. So, yeah, the podcast I did it just to pretty much, like, just, I don't know, like, focus more mentally, you know, like, actually take things more slowly, too. Because I feel like I do a lot of things, but I was always on the go. Like, you know, like, I didn't even get time to chill. And now I get...
Well, now it made it worse, though, because
No, not
now you
really.
gotta do... Well, I guess now you gotta sit down and focus, right? Like,
Yeah, but...
to do the editing.
Yeah, but for me, that's more like on practice. I learn new things, because I learn new things every day, so I apply to my videos and all, I apply to audio, I apply to everything, so that's how I kind of learn and get better too.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's funny, because before, what was it, like 2 months ago, a month ago? I didn't know how to do none of this.
Oh yeah.
Now we're here like, oh look, I sent you a video, because, you know, my creativity always.
And that's a big
best
part
thing.
of being an artist and all that, the creativity, you gotta be creative.
Yeah, I did how many fucking like covers for you? I was like, here, I don't know which one you're gonna like.
Not only me, like, you follow her on her IG, like, her whole, all day, you can see all her work she's doing, like, constantly, like,
I know, everybody's like, when do you sleep? And I'm like,
yeah.
I sleep sometimes. I'm just kidding.
You
I
don't
sleep like 5
sleep.
hours at least, you know. We actually only need 4 hours, really.
Yeah.
Well, they say 8 hours, but split. So they say 4 hours, you know, at night, and then 4 hours during the day.
I've been
Then-
napping now during the day.
Right?
I feel like
You know
an
what?
hour nap.
I honestly thought that was just like an old people thing. Now that I see this, because I've been going to sleep, dude. I've been like taking little naps, and then, dude, it feels good. And I still go to sleep at the same time. So it's like I still go to sleep at night. I'm thinking like, oh, you know, if I go to sleep during the day, I'm not gonna sleep at night because I was sleeping in the day. But it actually like I still go to sleep. Like I feel tired like I would normally.
But it's like, so you feel like you got things to do and then you're like on it, or?
No, I just, you know, sometimes I'm like, I'm tired, and then by like 2, like from 1 to 3, I feel exhausted. Like if
Yeah,
I was up all day and I'm like,
yeah.
dude, you know, like if sometimes I kind of push past through it, whatever. But sometimes like I can't, and then if I'm not like, if I'm sitting there on my computer doing something, like I'll fall asleep. So I'll like knock out for a little bit and then wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get my client or something. You know, sometimes it's either client or I have to go do something. So then I go do whatever I gotta do and I come back home and then I just go to sleep. I just go to sleep. I wake up again, do it all over again. So it's just like,
It's tough.
I hate being an
but-
adult. Like I hate being an adult.
No, it's tough, but it's not even being an adult. I think it's just the creativity itself. Cause I feel like I wake up and I be like, okay, I gotta get this done. Cause in my head, it's like I learned something the day before. I'm like, I gotta get on it before I forget the type of shit, you know. So that's why I feel like I'm on the go.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I did the same thing. Now that you said that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do that. Like I'll start doing something like right then and there because I feel like I'm gonna forget the next day.
Yeah.
So I start doing it, and then I'll leave it half-ass. But I honestly think I have ADD because I've taken like people's Adderall sometimes, and I do the task, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I was like, is this what I needed my whole life, like Adderall to like focus? But then it's like, do I want to be hooked on that? But it helps me. So it's like, if it's gonna help me be a productive human being, why not? You know. But then it's like the possibility that you could be hooked on drugs. Because isn't it basically meth? Like,
I don't know what was that, but I don't condone no drugs, but I do like wax. But
that's not a drug. It came from God. It came from a plant that He gave us, okay?
But for some people, you know.
Hey, for y'all that believe in God, He made this, okay? Just so y'all know. Just saying.
She ain't lying.
Hey, that was, you know what's funny? That was like one of, you know, I was telling you before I was going to, my mom was putting me in like catechism classes. And then, you know, how's everything about the God, you know. So I used to always question about everything. And then that was, I think, you know, when I got a little older, I mentioned that. And I was like, well, God made marijuana then, so what does that mean?
What was after?
They didn't say anything. They're just like, we don't condone drugs. And I'm like, it's not a drug, it's an herb. Just saying.
Well, that's my herb that used to keep me going through the day too, because I'm trying, like, I be on the go, I take my little hit, and then I'm focused back to what I was doing, back on track, you know.
Yeah. Do you feel like you get stuck like when you smoke, or do you focus?
It depends where I'm at, I guess. Sometimes, let's say if I'm in like in a bad state, probably I'll be stuck like.
Cause you're in your head.
Yeah.
It's more because you're like in your head and you're not focused on everything.
So I just try to. All this keeps me, I guess. Now I don't know. I'm not feeling down too. Cause I say like, I'll call it like I say, if I was just sitting there doing nothing, you know, I was like, damn, like ain't shit going, you know.
Like ain't shit going on.
Yeah. But then once I opened the city, I was out. Even though we shouldn't have been out, I was like, man, gotta be out, you know.
Dude, when gas was like what, $2, $3, like.
I was like 6.
Good days. Right now it's like 7 almost. I think.
Damn.
Like, and it's funny because I keep seeing people blame Biden, and I'm like, bro, it's not his fault. Like he's not the one that invaded Ukraine and shut shit from, you know, like, because even in Russia we can't get nothing from Russia. If we had any parts that were from Russia, we can't get nothing from them. There's nothing going in or out. Like they're fucked. They're trying to close them off, put them in their own little island, so they can't get nothing. Even, you know, because he cut their banking system, like whatever money we had with them, cut it. So they're trying to basically starve the beast. So, you know, once it runs out of shit, then.
Yeah.
But see, he got ballsy because Trump let him run amok. What do you expect when you let the pit bull that's been locked up forever, you let him out running loose? He thinks he owns the place now. You know, because I don't know if you noticed how he pulled out. He pulled troops from Iran. He was the one that did it.
Trump?
Yeah, he was the one that pulled out. Which everybody kind of agreed with him. He was the one that actually pulled he signed the treaty, so now it had to go through. Biden kept like stalling to get people out of there. Some people didn't want to budge, you know, like at least the Americans. He was trying to get the Americans out. Everybody was told, like everybody there, they had a chance to leave. Like they knew all that shit was gonna go down. First of all, and then two, it's like, you know what? In a way, it was a good thing, only because when we were there was nobody attacked. There's no bad guys. So who do you attack if you don't know who it is, right?
Yeah.
So now they have a little military, right? Because we left basically everything. So we're there. Now we're, you know, that's the shit we have to deal with. But we can take them out. There's no, like, that's what people understand. It's like we're cocky because we got a bunch of shit. But they also forget there's also the thing called MAD, that all the other countries that have nuclear, you know, like bombs too. If one goes off, they're all gonna go off. Because they're like, nah, everybody going out. We go out, everybody going out. You know, it's sad to say, but that's how it is, you know? But it's like, why? But why even have that, you know? Because it's like, they want to measure their dicks, basically. Mine's bigger than yours, you know? And it's like, we owe China so much money. So I'm just like, bro, stop fighting with them. Leave them alone. Like, leave them alone, you know? And then that's why our taxes went up on shipping and all that stuff. Because Trump was like, oh, well, they're constantly. And I'm like, yeah, we're still getting it for cheap. He raised up the taxes, so they raised it up on us. So it's like, what do you think is gonna happen, bro? They had it that cheap because we're getting it that cheap. That's why it was that cheap.
Walking everywhere now.
Right? It's like, shit, everybody gonna be buff. Everybody gonna be in bicycles. Well, at least now there's more bike lanes, so that's always. But even bikes are like $1,000. I was like,
just
what?
hate like traffic in the
Have you seen that?
Nah.
Some bikes are like $1,000.
I remember my bike, I got like $75 back in the day. Brand new at Target.
$50 at Target. I know, right? Now it's like, no, everything is, it's crazy. Everything's going up. I mean, everything's going up. I hope fucking rappers are making more money too. You know, like.
Now they're getting bad deals.
I wonder if they're like, that industry goes up. Because I know like everything is inflating, right? Everything. And hopefully they get with the program. It's funny because I've been hearing people that are like, they're talking about everything going up, and then if the minimum wage goes up, everything else is gonna go up. Like, it keeps going up. It's like a little river. Like, it's not gonna stop for you. It's gonna keep going, you know? So you have to fucking keep up with it. So it's important that they raise up the taxes. You know, like if they should have it to where if the inflation goes up a certain amount, that part should go up. You know, like it should be evened out at least a little bit, or they need to have like to where they can't go over a certain point, because there's a minimum wage, but there's no maximum wage. There's no maximum wage that you get. You know, so it's just kind of like fucked up. It's like,
that's weird. Politics.
well, no, yeah, but that's because nobody pays attention, so they just do whatever they want. You know.
Well, they let them.
It's like they want you to look at this hand. Well, this is the hand's gonna hit you. So we're at that point, you know. But I hope everything is better, you know, and we go back to normal. But
well, it's normal nowadays.
I know, right? It's like what is back to normal? Now everybody's like paranoid. Oh no, not even that. Like, do I see everybody go back to normal already? Like, everybody's out and about with no masks everywhere. You know.
Like caption that they were fighting out that people are getting mad because you shouldn't wear a mask now. So
no, it's not mandatory. If you want to wear one, you have the right to wear one. If you don't want to wear one, you also have that right too. You know, but people are getting mad because they're wearing it. It's like, dude, they're just worried. You know, like you don't know who they live with. You know, they probably have an elderly person or someone that's their autoimmune's compromised. You know, so they're worried about that. But it's always been like that. If their autoimmune's been compromised, like any little germ could get them sick. So it's just a new virus that's there for a minute.
How you handle it?
I'm just going with the flow. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I can't get it right. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. I actually feel like I was making more money in the beginning, in the first year. Yeah, second year, slow down a little bit because everything's going up. That's the only reason why. People are not spending money because they have to spend money on gas instead of a tattoo. Yeah, dude, you see that shit? It's like I used to fill up with $71. When it started going up, like the first time, it went up to like $10 more. Now it's like $30 higher than what I was paying. So now I'm like up to $100 because with $50 I fill half a tank.
A week?
Well, yeah, basically. I was like, bro, that's like $400 in gas right there. Like, do I really want to go?
We really gotta be
Hey,
out
pick me up. Shit, I want to get a bike now. I'm like, shit, with that prices? I'm like, is there any electrical bikes? I want to take one of
And
those.
is your scooter now?
Right? We need hoverboards. You know what? I would have thought by now we would have them. Like, the hover cars, or, you know. Like, they've seen them. Like, they exist. It's just, they have a sick-ass cord and all kinds of shit. That's
You
not
think
the
people
problem.
could drive, they could barely drive cars.
I know, right? They got this air and they're still gonna, like, hit shit. You're just like, bro.
Yeah, like, I hope, I'm glad that hasn't happened now. I don't want to see shoes flying down. Imagine?
I didn't even falling off. Or the kid opens the door and falls. Oh, I know today I had that incident where we have, you know, elderly lady. No, she's over here opening the door. I'm like, this bitch gonna fall out. Like, imagine. Oh my god, yeah, dude. It's scary. It's scary. We're on the freeway and then she's like opening the door and I'm just like, oh my god. I like jumped back there and fucking, I closed it and then she did it again. So I like, I tell him pulled over on the freeway. Pulled over, I fucked with the child lock and I closed it. You ain't getting out. I was like, you ain't dying on my watch. Fuck that. No. So, yeah. But hey, you need to get some stickers with your stuff. We need to get some more marketing. In case you haven't seen my stickers. You know what's funny? I had made a thing.
Isn't that your brother? Or which one?
No, actually this one. Oh, you know what? Let me give them a quick little shout out. If you guys are in TJ, make sure you guys go check out.
Shout out TJ.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go check out Last Call. It's on Revolution Street. I think the address is 1026, if I'm correct. I might not be, but.
And I will post a link somewhere here.
Yeah, we'll post it up. Check it out, you guys. Shit's dope. They have like a bunch of what are they called? Telephone poles. So to get in, it's a telephone pole. Like the door. Yeah, the door is a telephone pole. But it's crazy because you have to go through a Ta2galie. So the little taco spot, whatever. You go through, and then you go all the way down. So there's two spots. All right, you have to go left. Fuck right. Go left. So when you go left, you're gonna see a pretty little phone book, right? Phone book. And then you go through it, and then you can see the bar. It's freaking dope. So there's two sections. They play mostly like reggaeton and like am I saying the right EDM music, electric music, or techno. Can't say techno because some of them are different. They be getting all mad. I'm trying to get my brother to come in and like do a little segment with that, but we'll see how that goes. Cause dude, it's like so much into that. Like I actually kind of like started liking it. So I'm like,
oh, you went already?
What?
To the spot.
To what spot?
The one in
No, I haven't got to this one. No, but I'm saying like when my brother got me into that music, it was awesome. It's like a whole totally new world. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk a lot about it because I don't want to incriminate myself, you guys. But it was dope. Just know that you need special stuff to have fun. So, but yeah, I know we need to get you a little logo, get them popping. But alright, you guys. We'll talk more, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's little segment. We're here at Our Talk with Lil Faded.
Yeah.
And we out. You hear?